Hey, Lausch, what's up, man? Yeah, it's me again. Just doing one last hour before I head on off to bed. Uh, because finally got the elevator, doing what it's supposed to. So that's awesome. So I was thinking of doing some of the other stuff, like adding some of the other stuff that I was planning on. Oh yeah, no, I did fix that. Yeah, and thanks again for all the help. That was very helpful. Oh, I'm not losing 2 minutes. I'd be glad to show you. So let me see. Where did I put the elevator at? It's all the way down here. Okay. So, all right. So here it goes. Uh, so right now, actually, sorry, I wanted to show you it from the beginning. So this variable actually works. So I'm not sure. I can't remember if we fixed this when you were on the stream earlier. But so now the power is off, right? So if you jump into game mode and you go to this up to this thing, and you turn on the power, the light goes on, this does, and then you can ride the elevator. So if you turn the power off and you try to hit one of the levels, it's not going to work. Right now it just says sorry, you need to turn on power, but I'm going to add this uh, to uh, to like the notification that's down at the bottom. Well, I can't take credit for all of them. The only stuff that I can take credit for is like the actual interactable stuff. So um, like the only thing I can take credit for is this, basically, right? So, because there's not a lot of custom stuff that you interact with, and yeah, all the other stuff is from a pack on the marketplace that I quite heavily uh, tweaked because it wasn't really meant to be a workable elevator. Oh yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I mean, I like to give credit where credit is due. So yeah, this one is called like the underground bunker package. But yeah, this does not come with it like that. It's very different than what this is now. So I did tweak the meshes quite a lot. The textures, I didn't do anything to them because you can't really retexture these. But uh, I just did a bunch of like uh, the meshes. I've done a bunch of editing to them. Yeah, and that's what I love about with Unreal. You get the marketplace is so mature that you get all these stuff in, and with Blueprints, you get all these functionalities. And also, I think I actually haven't tried this, so I'm not sure if I turn this on. Oh, hey, there it goes. So since I have this linked to uh, uh, to this elevator. So, oh yeah, thank you so much. Well, I mean, I definitely like CryEngine and the world building in CryEngine as well. I mean, they're both equivalent with that. But you know, in the end, you're trying to make a game, and you know, with CryEngine, it was just there were so many points that were very difficult to get past. So here we are. Yeah. So one of the things that I'm debating on is whether I'm liking these concrete stairs in the bunker. I think I like him. I don't want to, you know, spend too much more time on them. So maybe I'll just keep him like this. I was kind of considering that, uh, or like some metal stairs, but I think I'll keep him like concrete for now. So they seem to fit pretty well with the rest of it. Actually, this thing should not be here. So now it's a matter of kind of going down in my. I've put up a I've put up a list of stuff that I need to do or like that I would like to add to this. So let me check on this real quick. All right, so one of the things that I wanted to add is there's going to be let me just finish this real quick so it's not like just sitting there. And especially with Unreal, you know, I'm loving the spline. The spline is really, really cool. uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's definitely I definitely spent a little bit too much time on that, but and yeah, it was a little frustrating, you know, to be honest with you. But you know, you live and you learn, I guess. Hey, Eric, welcome back, dude. Yeah, yeah, they did. They definitely did. I mean, I'm quite happy with how this one turned out. You know, it was an experiment for me too at that time. You know, I never done anything like it, so it was a lot of fun doing the mattress. It's pretty clean at the moment, so it won't be the final product. But I wanted to get kind of the placement in for this stuff. So, um, and this one doesn't really fit in, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Yeah, yeah, it was kind of a you know, like one of those fights that you gotta win, or you gotta try and, you know, take it all the way there. Oh yeah, no, I definitely did. I mean, but at that time, I was kind of like, yeah, let's make this thing that it looks kind of cool. So it was, I think, more a matter of that than anything else. I wasn't really thinking too much. I'm trying to find um, some of those fuse boxes that I had. Um, so this is another example of something that uh, it's something that you know, these guys share the same textures, so will definitely come in handy. And so this one as well, probably this is not going to be used here, but it's a pretty cool panel. So yeah, this one would definitely look pretty nice, with uh, some other situations where you gotta like interact with a lever or something. So trying to figure out, this corner is a little dark, so I'm wondering if I should move these guys. Oh man, I'm still printing out that false, false, false. So need to get rid of it. All right, that's better. Yeah. So one of the things that I'm really trying to do is get like the some of the cables going around and trying to figure out what would be the easiest way to do that. Just to kind of give an idea of there's some kind of electricity going on around here and where they might be coming from. Um, like I'm thinking something come out of this and go into this here, and maybe this room back here is like a like a control room or something like that. Um, so that's my thoughts for that. So we'll see how that looks. Oh, what the heck? This one's not really meant to go to extend towards this one. So yeah, this is I guess one of the sometimes the difficulties with some of the um, the assets you buy. Not all of them fit so well. Hey, Square Peg, what's going on? I'm actually really thinking of exporting this and actually doing something with it. uh, I'll probably do that separately. Hey, yeah, not much going on here either. Just trying to work out a couple of these things on this project of mine. So, hey, dinner sounds like fun. Yeah, I just did it not so long ago. This connector is starting to annoy me right now. Not very engineering-like, but hey. Uh, which one of the buttons do you are you referring to, Lash? Oh, do you mean like the highlights? Like whenever I like hover over something like that? Is that? Oh yeah. So any interactable items. So for example, those. So every time what the player is doing is casting array, right? So it's casting array only you know, to a small distance. So whenever it interacts with one of the types interactable, so these buttons are of an interactable type for collisions, right? So whenever that happens, the post-process volume that I'm in, what this one has is let me see, where is that setting? So for the post-process materials, I have this highlight instance. So what this one is doing, uh, it's actually a pretty simple material, and well, it's not so simple. I got this uh, off of a tutorial online. Well, so do you know how to? I mean, I think you can find this somewhere online. This custom depth, right? Uh, so once you have this highlight in place, which yeah, I think it's a little bit too complex. But like I said, since I'm not very good with materials, uh, yeah, no, um, yeah, materials is definitely is like all these shaders are pretty complex, but in the end, there's so much stuff online, so you're bound to find something that somebody has done, or so yeah, basically each one of the post-process volumes has one of these highlight instance in there, and whenever I look at it, that's when I actually set the to render the custom depth for that item. So so each one of those, let me see, where is that? I can quickly show you that master interactable item, just to give you an idea of what's happening when I look at something. So, well, yeah. So the effect is added like a material in the post-process volume, so that's what that material is doing, right? So in here, as a post-process materials, and you just add the highlight material to it. So in order for me uh, to actually highlight the thing, let me show you the interactable item real quick. So where was that thing? Blueprints. All right, so there's the interactable item master. So what this is doing? Oh, I mean that's one way to do it, definitely. So here, real quick. So this one has Let's see, where was that? Render custom dev path. So that's off, right? So I want to turn it on whenever I look at something. So basically, let's see, where am I doing? Where am I setting the render custom dev to true? Oh yeah, there we go. So whenever I look at something, what I'm actually doing is I'm sending this event target through the interface. Whenever I look away, then the event not target is being, or I call that one, this one when I'm not looking at it, or if the item I'm looking at it is different. So, um, so then, I'm just calling to set the render target on. And the thing what I'm doing is for items that have multiple meshes, because this one is only one at the moment. So see, like I have this highlight item array. So on construction script, I'm adding all the items to this highlight items array, because one of the things that I have, like for example, a bunker door that I've made. You've probably seen it. It's kind of old. So let me see if I can find that. I'm wondering if this is, oh, this is not it, sorry. Okay, it's this one here. So this door, whoa, oh crap, I forgot. This was one of the, I've changed some things around, and but for example, this one door, um, has quite a bunch of actually not those, but see, it has a different item, so which is the door wheel. So in this case, for example, I've added the door wheel as the item to that highlight items array. So uh, and that's how I know within the item which one to highlight. So if I want to highlight all these pistons, I can add those to that array. And then since all these branch off of the interactable item master, uh, they're going to be taking the highlight item array and iterating over that array. So basically, uh, we're going to get that array, and for each one of the items, I'm going to set the render custom depth. Yeah, you know what? So that's one of the things that kind of pisses me off, because like it seems that every time I add those, um, and maybe one or two streams later, they're gone. So uh, either get refreshed or I don't really know what it is. So sometimes I keep forgetting on getting that in. I've seen other people complain about it, and I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's just me, since I don't stream so often. I'm starting to stream more often now, but since I mean hopefully I'll get to the bottom of it, and I'll try to add one of those little bots along with this. So, uh, but yeah. Yo, the Cryptosaurus. Wait. Uh, so yeah, I think yeah, it's kind of annoying, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I know some of the people that have my stream on, they're kind of criminal reverse engineer. Yeah, so let's see, what else did I want to add in here? Yeah, I remember the CryEngine days too. Well, I think just like with a lot of other people that were not using Game SDK and were not using 3D Max, or couldn't afford to pay for 3D Max, uh, you know, I gotten to a point where things were just very frustrating, and they were like moving very slowly. So I kind of decided that I was gonna uh, just switch. So yeah, that's how that went. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that was happening with it at the time when I quit, it was kind of frustrating to me, and so I decided that, yeah, you know what, I don't see a lot of stuff happening, uh, so yeah, I just had to make a decision uh, to move on. Well, I mean, it's a very powerful engine. Don't get me wrong, uh, but once you get into and like I said, especially if you don't use that game SDK or theirs. So once you get into the more complicated stuff, like you want to do some more, you know, interesting animations. You want to do some, some probably a little bit something work with UI. I mean, UI is still on Flash. Come on, like Adobe is deprecating Flash. I think this year or next year or something like that. So uh, yeah, I mean it's just a pain to have to go out into another paid application, and do it. And that's one of the things that I realized. It could work because I mean there's quite a few indie games out there, but they're all off of Game SDK. So if it wasn't for Game SDK, they probably would have used something else. So that's what it would be in the end. So yeah, I mean there was some frustrations mounting. So I said, with 5.5 not releasing and all the delays with 5.5, I said, let's take a look at. I'll give Unreal a couple of months. And after a couple of months, actually I think I was hooked after the first month. So and here we are. Yeah, definitely Nomads. I mean, I definitely like the dynamic lighting. Um it does take some doing to set it up, but at the same time, I like the dynamic lighting in Unreal. So, to me, it works. And I think in the end, just like my friend Oscar says, the engine is just a tool. We're trying to make a game. So the easiest the tool makes it on us, uh, you know, the more we can focus on the game and not just fighting the tool. And I think I got to that point where I was just fighting the engine and trying to dig through things. So, uh, like with Unreal doing all of this stuff, it's been within the last 6 months, So, uh, yeah, and I'm with you, Laush, on that. Just the lighting is just not enough. I mean, I I should have figured that out some time ago, but kind of live and learn. Uh, so so yeah, I mean, at least you figure it out at some point, and totally. I mean, if you um, you know like I would like to use CryEngine in the future, but unless uh, they focus on doing something better with the documentation, uh, that they released that tutorial on what was it, the Flappy Bird, Flappy thing. And that requiring game SDK for something like that, like come on. Yeah, Nomads. I hope the same thing. I hope they'll try and push it forward. Because like at the moment, I'm using LPVs, and they're still called an experimental feature and all that. In all honesty, I'm happy with them. So uh, I I do not mind using them. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they'll come up with for that. Uh, yeah, it's definitely something that you have to work on it. Um, so, for example, I think right now, if I was to go outside, um so this is how. Um, well, actually, the fog is a little too strong because I need to set it uh, in the other post process volume. So I was just playing around with it, but right now. Oh, so I'm not sure. Decrypted. Were you referring to optimizing the lighting or just in general? Yeah, that's. I mean, it is a fun process to optimize stuff, but yeah, it's also kind of it's not the easiest to do at times, and no, that is no matter what the engine is. Yeah, and yeah, that those are some really good videos they put out there. Oh shoot, I forgot this thing is not. Oh no, I did that already. Oh no, 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 no worries. You can post it away. Yeah, well, decrypted. I mean, um, if you're on Discord, you can hit me up, dude, and we can try and take a look. You know, I can share some of the stuff that I've done for my scenes. Uh, maybe that will maybe that will help out. So yeah, send me a DM. If you're on Discord, I'll add you. Uh, and you know, one sec. Let me. I'll post it in the chat. So if anybody else has questions, I'll definitely try and figure something out. Yeah. So try this out. See if it works. Oh, you know what? I actually have uh, the exact same setup. Like literally the exact same setup. That's pretty funny. Oh, you mean a server for Discord? No, I don't. Do you have to have one? Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it, but it's kind of tough to to manage stuff, because I don't really have too much time. So, uh, I'd feel like, I'm not paying attention to that. So it's kind of, yeah, you're definitely right on that. And I actually had other people suggesting me that, hey, you should get a Discord server. So, this might just be the kick in the butt that I need to do that. Well, yeah, exactly. Um, the thing with Discord is that the more people you get, uh, you have to keep an eye on it, right? So I'll see if I'll try it out. I'll see if I can manage so people don't post dumb stuff or who knows what. Uh, and if it works, then I'll definitely keep it because I definitely want to have it. So oh yeah, I'm on Twitter and Facebook, so I post a lot of that stuff. I like continuously post stuff on there because yeah, like you're saying, marketing is nowadays it's like uh, sometimes it seems like it's more important than in game where it's like there's like companies that focus more on marketing than on the game, which is sometimes it's kind of sad and it is what it is. But uh, and these things suck. Yeah, nomads. That's I would not expect otherwise. It's I mean if you think about it, I think Red Dead Redemption was kind of in the uh, same area. Like just seeing all the commercials, like freaking Times Square and all that. Uh, this is kind of annoying. Yeah, but in the end, it's like, especially when it comes to these big studios, it's kind of you kind of understand it because it's a make or break. So if they don't do a lot of marketing or good marketing, uh, that 60 million they invested, it's gone to, it's gone. Oh man, why can't I spin this around? It's kind of annoying. I mean, in the end, if you think about it, it's just like with a movie, right? Because like if a movie has some like uh, it could be a really good movie, but if it doesn't have marketing, like I've seen a lot of good movies that had like poor marketing, and they just they didn't really do much. So yeah, so this stuff is starting to annoy me because like the spline is twisting this whole thing around, and scaling it kind of weird. And I don't think it's the scale. Yeah, 20. I mean, that kind of money uh, will bring a lot. But in the end, uh, if you think about it, they have a distribution company that puts all these money into marketing or whatever, and I'm sure they get a lot of money out of that. And in the end, yeah, Klaus, you're definitely right. Good marketing doesn't make for a good game necessarily. So, uh, yeah, Laush, I think you're definitely right on that. And unfortunately nowadays, that's I think it could be also a problem because like to get some YouTuber that's gonna you know not to say uh, but it's gonna shit on your game, and that's kind of gonna it could break it. So uh, it's also tough when it comes to that. So uh, it's not that easy on that end either. At least the way I think about it. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's so in the end, it's a kind of a crapshoot, right? So uh, you know, yeah, yeah. I think it definitely is. But it's a hobby, it's a passion, and if in the end, I think the good thing about being at least people like me, that this is not a source of income. It's just a hobby. If it turns into a source of income, then awesome. But if it doesn't, then hey, you know what? I've done what I've loved, and in the end, uh, it's it is what it is. But even with a storytelling game, like I've seen a bunch of games that YouTubers have played, and I still got the game. Self-refunded. Uh, yeah, I mean, I can't say that I don't care. I mean, I definitely care, and I would love for people to like my game once it's ready. And if that happens, then I'm even happier. I mean, the money would definitely help, but I think if people like it, I think that's more of a reward uh, than money, because yeah. So there's a lot of them. Like I think what was the one that I've um, like one of the horror games that was really popular recently, um, or Doom, or and Doom is pretty brainless. It's like just run around and shoot crap. So I've watched some videos on it, and I was like, okay, yeah, looks like fun. I'm still gonna play it. So so the other thing that I think is that in the end, there's games that you like and games that you don't like to begin with, right? So I'm a fan of Fallout, so I was definitely gonna play Fallout, pretty much no matter what people would have said about it. Uh, and the same with Doom, the same with Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein, however you pronounce that. But so I think it's a matter of there's that aspect of it as well. So see, that's I think with these big name companies, you come of expecting something that's great. So uh, yeah, I can definitely feel how it could turn into disappointment when it doesn't. You know. Yeah, so see, for example, I haven't played any of the Dice's games. I think I played like the first Battlefield, and I was kind of okay, yeah, sure. Uh, but I don't think I've played any of the other ones. Uh, they look amazing, or at least I think they do. Uh, but but I have to say I haven't played any of them to my shame. Yeah, I think they do. They do. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons, for example, for me that I never played it. I think the biggest thing I think I hate about these is that the pay to win. The pay to win is actually, yeah, I hate that. I mean, I think that's not what gaming is about. You know, just make it a paid game and be done with it. You know, not sell people into, oh, it's free to play, but then if you want to win, you gotta, do all this crap. Fired back on EA. Yeah. Oh, that's funny with the. I like that. The sports games. Well, all right, fellas. So thank you so much for stopping by. Great talk as always. Uh, but I'm gonna be signing out. Uh, got a early day tomorrow at work. So um, until next time, hopefully I'll be able to do some streaming over next week as well. Uh, yeah. So until then, you guys have a good evening or a good morning, and y'all have a good start of the week. All right. Take care.